In this video, ikikwento ko sa inyo kung paano ginawa, inipon at ginastos ni Mark Cuban ang kanyang first million and then flip it to a billion. Hi everyone, my name is Kevin and welcome to our channel where we talk about lessons and strategies that are supported by evidences that can help us live our best lives. So stay tuned kung gusto mong malaman kung paano niya ginawa ang kanyang first millions into billions. But first, please like, subscribe, and comment below kung meron ka ng idea. So sa mga hindi nakakaalam, Mark Cuban is an American billionaire who is also an entrepreneur, TV personality kasi lagi natin siya nakikita sa Shark Tank kung pinapanood niyo yan, and also a media proprietor. One day, pumunta si Mark Cuban sa kanyang tatay habang naglalaro ng poker kasama ang kanyang mga tropa, and then he said to his dad na, "Dad, I want a pair of new shoes." And then his father looked at him, looked at his shoes, and his father told him, "Mark, yung shoes mo, that is still working. If you graduate, you find a good job, you can buy your own pair of shoes." Habang nag-uusap si Mark at ang kanyang tatay, narinig nung isa sa mga kalaro ng kanyang tatay ang kanilang pinag-uusapan. And this guy was also a businessman. So, this guy offered Mark Cuban to sell some garbage bags. And he said to Mark, "Mark, you want to sell some garbage bags? Kung magkano ang yung sales, you can have it all and buy yourself a pair of new shoes." So Mark Cuban bought the garbage bags for $3, which is $3, and sold it at $6. That was his first business and probably the world's first garbage bag door-to-door subscription company. Mark Cuban started his first company, which is the Micro Solutions, which is all about a computer consultation business. Micro Solutions grew and grew and grew and grew, then sold it to CompuServe for $6 million, and that's how he got his first million. Ganito yung breakdown sa kanyang payout sa Micro Solutions. $1 million to his employees, $2 million to partner, $2 million to himself. At kung nagtataka kayo kung bakit wala dito yung $1 million, of course, inipon niya na yun. Mark Cuban, hindi mo na siya bumili ng bahay, hindi mo na siya bumili ng kotse. Aside dun sa kanyang mga naipon at dun sa kanyang American Airline Pass, he chooses freedom rather than buying those things. So he invested in the stock market, and just with that, his net worth became $20 million. Life was so good for Mark Cuban. In 1995, his friend Todd Wagner offered him na, "You know, there's this called thing, internet, and there's gotta be a way para mapakinggan natin yung Indiana basketball." From that, they set up a website called AudioNet. Then, they added videos hanggang sa naging broadcast.com. Ang kanilang nasimulan turned out to be the first ever streaming company in the world. In July 18, 1998, they went out to the public, pumasok sila sa stock market, pero nung una, they only thought that their price per share was only $30, but came out to be $62. And with that, yung net worth ni Mark Cuban became $300 million plus. And he said to himself, "If this stock price tripled, I am a billionaire." When they took the company, it became the biggest media portal on the internet, and nag-offer si Yahoo nun. And all of a sudden, nung nag-offer si Yahoo, their stock price tripled and he's already a billionaire. Immediately, they sold to Yahoo for stock, and nakita niya during that time that the prices in the stock market could go up but could probably crash. Then 3 months later, the internet stock market cratered, and it was called the top 10 Wall Street trades of all time. What lesson did they learn? When you chase money, it won't work out well. Mark Cuban is now worth $1 billion, and it is the most insane thing that he could ever imagine. All he have to do is protect it and don't be greedy, and he'll be free for the rest of his life. Kanina na-mention ko kung paano niya ginawa, ginastos, inipon ang kanyang millions. So, let me tell you how he did it. He said he valued time. So the first thing he bought was the Gulfstream G5 jet. He stocked up some more money and email Gulfstream, done. $40 million. He bought it. It is said to be the biggest online purchase in the history of the internet up to today. Why buy a plane? Because the most valuable asset that you can never own is time. And by buying the plane, he can go to places and he can also save time. And that life was amazing. So the second biggest purchase of Mark Cuban is $285 million for the Dallas Mavericks. It began when Mark Cuban went to the 1999 to 2000 NBA season for the Dallas Mavericks, and it was his favorite team, and it is also the first game of the year. Tickets weren't sold out and energy was not in the building, so he looked around and said to himself, I can do a better job in this. That was early November, and by the 4th of January, he already owned the Dallas Mavericks. When he took over, hindi siya kumuha ng napakalaking office, hindi siya kumuha ng malaking desk, no anything fancy. Meron silang tinatawag na fishbowl, so para silang paikot sa isang pwesto na merong mga windows around them and probably merong mga 8 to 9 salesperson. What he did was nilagay niya yung kanyang desk sa gitna ng mga salesperson, nilagay niya yung printouts, computer printouts, nilagay niya yung telephone, yung mga contact kung sinong pwede i-contact just to create sales, and then he started dialing and creating sales for the Dallas Mavericks. So, what he wanted to show everybody that was working with him is kapag inutusan kita na gawin mo ito, it means ginagawa ko din siya. Same thing goes to those who are in the field offices and of course yung mga players na nasa court. So players, they had this new arena. So si Mark, he bought a lot of TV screens, PlayStations, he changed the lights just to have a different aroma to give an impact as the players were doing their training during the time. All these things just to help the team win and to help them be successful. Yan ang ginawa ni Mark Cuban. So yeah, it was very worth it, and it was his second biggest purchase. The third biggest purchase that Mark Cuban made was his home. But this purchase impacted to him a large life lesson. So a friend of his called Mark Cuban at sinabi niya na meron daw isang tao na binibenta ang kanyang bahay for $25 million, and this guy spent 3 years just to build the house. However, they only lived for 8 months. And since the market crashed, this guy hindi niya nabenta during the high, so wala talaga siyang profit. This guy does not have any other option but to sell his house just to have money. So his friend told Mark, kung gusto mo talaga itong bilhin, sabihan mo ako, pwede mo itong bilhin for $12 million. So he never seen the house, he never went to the house, only see some pictures. And he said to his friend, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm a billionaire. It is an amazing house. He grew his kids there and still they live there, but the lesson is large. From this purchase, he learned that you cannot take wealth for granted and you cannot think that your wealth will always be there. So if we want to be a millionaire, we can do it. But before I share to you what Mark Cuban's advice in becoming a millionaire, I would first like to give a shout out to Vintage Thrift TV, Venus TV Official, Doyans in the House, Sir Anton Weld, and Sir Lawrence Ignacio. Thank you so much for your unending support. So sa mga gusto magpa-shoutout dyan, just comment down below at isa-shoutout kita sa next video. So according to Mark Cuban, before we become a millionaire, there are these things that we have to accomplish first. So the first one is find something you can be good and then be great at it. Ibig sabihin nito na kapag nahanap mo na yung bagay kung saan ka magaling, it would make you more motivated to do the things that you love, and also it would become easier for you to see the continuous improvement. When you know where you're good at, it becomes easier for you to focus your efforts and achieve your goals. Being good at something can market yourself to your employers as you find a job, and also to your customers when you're trying to sell a product. Now, rule number 2 is you must know how to sell. So whatever things you're good at, darating yung araw na merong tao na kakailanganin yung service na yan or yung product na yan sa kanilang buhay. Whatever it is that you are creating, you must be able to sell, because hindi mo gugustuhin na darating ka na sa punto na iasa mo na lang yung mga pagbebenta, yung mga sales, yung mga bagay-bagay sa ibang tao. Number 3 is be curious and always be learning, because one thing certain about business is that it changes every single day. And then the fourth thing is, when you have that knowledge, when you have that ability to sell, and then when you walk inside a room and you look at everybody and you said to yourself, I am better than anybody else here in this room, that's the time you start a company, and that's the time you can control your own destiny. That's it everyone. Thanks for tuning in at sana meron kayong natutunan for today's video at kung meron man, paki-comment below at babasahin ko yan at automatic kapag nag-comment ka, isya-shoutout kita. Also, please huwag niyong kalimutan na mag-like, mag-subscribe, and ring the notification bell to be updated on our next video. Thanks for watching, and always remember that your present situation is not your final destination. The best is yet to come. So always wear that smile on your face. See you in our next video.